Hey guys, so this is an updated pre-tour. Still not the official first tour, as I'm still not showing you everything, as everything is not yet done. But I can at least show you the lights and fans. So here's the foyer. I can't remember if when I did the first video pre-tour what shades are on this, but these are something I found to kind of match with the rest of the house until the final shades come. They haven't been shipped yet. A friend of mine is shipping them to me, and he's been pretty busy. So these Casa shades are going on there in the meantime, just because everything else is leaded glass, stained glass, mica glass. You know, there's a lot of other colored glass going on, and so the frosted and the clear are not an appropriate look. So that's in the foyer, and it's on a learning remote, so let's turn that light on. I think that's full brightness. Fans on low. Guess we can medium. High. I've tightened the switch housing many times, but I clearly need to tighten it again when I change the shades. When I get, let's see how the ladder's still here because I have to change the shades. When I change the shades, I'm probably going to add a lock washer. High. Off, and then let's dim the light. These are LED power 20s. That's how dim they get. Probably leave those dim actually. Okay. Living room has the Casablanca Columbia 500. It's currently on medium with the learning remote. What did I do for the Fasco? I think I turned it off. I was trying to do a, kind of a by the way spin down. So let's turn this to high. It's a better air mover than I expected because it's got a small K63 and 56 inch, heavy blades, but I had to kind of really play with it to get the right pitch. So there's high, off, oh, that one's spinning down. Not going to show the spin down of everything, but since I'm right here in these two, I thought this one seemed like it was going quickly, but I was wrong. It's taken forever. So, okay, well, we'll come back to it. So, and then also on the learning remote for the living room is the majority of the lights in the living room. Oh, there's some naked dude on Law and Order. That's not exactly the shot that I would want. Okay, is that stopped? Yeah, that stopped. We're just going to turn off Law and Order for now, much as I love Law and Order. So the flicker flames stay on, but all the other lights in this row here, see there's a flicker flame hidden there, I'll show you later, all the way starting from the uplight on the plant, track lights, torch-ear lamp, all the fluorescents, everything all the way back to the uplight on this plant are all on the learning remote. I've thought about separating it, but I don't think Nia would use it then. This is still spinning down, by the way. It's already a lot for her. She wants just one regular switch would be what she would prefer. It's a lot to get her to use the X10 and the learning remotes, and I know if I start dividing it up any further, it's going to not go well. So, yeah, so there's the fan. Uplight there is one of that Nia's had since before we were together. These track lights, I've had this 8-foot track just in my stash, and I found these heads at my thrift store, and then they have the Kichler LEDs in them. This has the Kichler LED in it. There's a lamp I found at the thrift store, the flicker flame. There's one of my cube lights. By the way, those are the Mega Light LEDs that I got from the Restore when I was with Metal Pete. Still spinning down up there. This, I found this shade at the thrift store after finding the first one. This is the second one I found. And then I found this base, and painted it, and I talked about that more in detail in another video, but that's antique shade and base. And then there's a very small LED in there. It's going all the way from Maugal to Candelabra, just because all I'm doing is lighting the shade. One of my vintage or antique, I mean, it depends where you draw the line. Preheats, same, and that's just a Walmart uplight with a flicker flame. This is a Walmart desk lamp that we got when we moved into the condo, another antique preheat, coming to a stop there. Just more of those, more of those. This cool vintage spotlight. This came from the thrift store. I doubt it's that old. Walmart candelabra thing. And what I did is I put 2 flicker flames in it because one wasn't enough to show. You see how I turned that into 2. Vintage uplights. And there's a little spotlight down in the plant there. There's the air shadow. We'll get to that in a second in the slimline. So here's the original antique pole lamp that I found. Again, I'm not supposed to be showing you the mess in the background, so please ignore it. So we'll put this one back to low. I've had it stall out once. So, put this one back to low. So then this switch over here switches the outlet behind this chair, which is these 2. 3, sorry, there's 3. That's another thrift store light. That's the original antique pedestal. Then just a generic uplight on this side with some supplies. I don't think that iron is staying there, but the canned goods, I don't know, Nia said that was temporary, but I think that's a good way to store canned goods. Another thrift store light with a flicker flame. Again, none of the flicker flames are switched. My under cabinet lights are all preheat, and they go on with the stove light. There's 5 total. And this is an LED in here, one of the Kishlers. And again, I'm not supposed to be showing you the mess in here, so ignore it. We're just still unpacking. It takes a long time to unpack, especially when you really want things to be right. So then here's the air shadow. The bulbs in it are dimmable LED, 3000K. All the other LEDs so far have been 2700K, except... No, I take that back. The dimmable ones in the World's Fair are 3000. The rest are 1200, except for the one over the sink is 4200. So that's low, high. The LEDs dim pretty well, but they do buzz kind of the way, same incandescence buzz when you dim them, or some do at least. I'm not wild about that, but I mean, it's hard to complain about it when incandescence buzz too. So that'll spin down. I'm really liking the slimline the more I leave it here, so I don't think it's going anywhere. Like, I think when I find the right fan to replace it, I think I'll know. I think I'll be like, you know what, that's the one to replace the slimline. Kind of like when I first had my hallway in the condo, and I had that little Monterey there, and everybody kept saying, why don't you replace it with this, why don't you replace it with that? And I was like, no, I like the Monterey. And I think that's high, by the way, on the slimline. I'm just doing low and high for this. We're not going to bother with mediums. Put it back to low. And I think it was the St. Louis was the first fan that really made me want to change it for something. I know I tried the Turner there and the Beckwith there because we wanted a light. But the first fan that really made me be like, this is the new permanent hallway fan, was the St. Louis. And then obviously finding the Homestead was the you know. So I don't think we've worked much on the kitchen since the last time I did a video. I don't think we've worked on the kitchen much since the first time I did a video. Honestly, it's just been there's so much to do, and the this is one of the harder areas to find room for everything. I've just been buying little furniture things, you know, because in the condo, one great thing about the condo is we have a pantry, the laundry room / pantry. You know, there's no pantry here, so that makes a difference. Okay, so here's the Nutone. I think it's the same thing. It's not, okay, I look over at the Slimline, I'm like, you know what, I really love that. With the Nutone, I just don't even notice that it's there. It doesn't bother me. I don't look at it and be like, because this is kind of a medium-y low. Turn it all the way down to low. I don't look at it and go, you know, oh, I need to change that. But I also don't go look at it, look over at it and be like, man, I really love that there, which is what I've been doing with the Slimline. So I don't know what that bodes for this fan, but I think like the Slimline, it won't be like that something I already have is going to go here. It'll just be that when, so there's low, and high. I think it'll just be that when the right thing arises to replace it, I'll know. I'll be like, that's a good contender for the hallway. But I am always open to suggestions. Okay, so let's put it back to low and try to find that like medium-low speed that it's been running on. It's about there maybe. Okay, so Nia's beauty room. I'm definitely not supposed to show you this because it's definitely a mess in here, and it's her mess, which is even worse. But the Tristar is in here. Probably set to medium. Let's set it to low. And then 5 can uplights. I took the baffles out at her request, which makes me cringe, but it's what she wanted. You can see you can kind of see how this room is shaping up. So there's low. All that have 3000K Kishler wide floods. That's what she wanted. And the uplights are actually really good for what she does, because direct lighting is actually bad when you're trying to do photography and everything, because you get a lot of shadows. But when the light reflects off the walls, so there's low and high. So the Tristar is another fan that I'm just like over the moon to have installed. Just look at it and go, that's the fan, you know? Not sure if you can see it in the dark. I guess you can't. Oh well. I didn't do spin down on this one, did I? Oh, the camera is having trouble adjusting. Oh well. Well, where's the switch for this? Okay. Spin down. This is spinning down pretty fast. Spin down. Close enough. It didn't start on high. Island fans, medium on the remote. So by the way, I gotta show you this. This is a vintage makeup mirror that I found at a thrift store. And a lighted makeup mirror, I'd be crazy not to get that, since I'm into lights and she's into makeup. So it's, you know, it's from maybe the 60s. Turns out it's kind of valuable. It's worth like $50 to $100. So I got some different LEDs. There's 3 warm white and 2 daylight in there right now, and there's a 3rd daylight, so if she wants to switch the ratio. And had to use socket extenders, and I had to fix one socket. So it was a bigger project than, come on, phone. It's a bigger project than I anticipated, but hopefully she'll like it. There's an uplight behind the TV. This lamp is, so I got this at my thrift store, and this is a shade that we had on our lamp at the old place, and I changed those sockets out. It had like the candle looking sockets, and they were too long, so I put those sockets on it, and it's got 3 regular LEDs and then 1 LED par pointing up. Those have the LED pars, all those same ones from a place. And then I can show you my nightstand. It's a little bit of a mess. I'm not sure if you wouldn't want me to show you hers, but this has just got a Sylvania LED in it that I bought ages ago at Menards when I got tired of changing these little bulbs in there. So I would have, you know, this is Law and Order 2 up here. It's not a naked guy, at least, so that's a little bit better. Okay, spin down already stopped on there. Spin down stopped in there, so you didn't really get to see it, but you'll see it other videos. You'll survive. Nothing of interest in here, by the way. People have asked me. Got my 1 glass brick light there, and then just a, you know, the same daylight, warm white daylight for Nia's makeup. So nothing special there. Here's all my Amazon packaging. I'm sure you're not supposed to see that either. So yeah, a lot of this lighting stuff is new. So then going down the stairs, there's another flicker flame there. We saw that one before. Thrift store. Put the glass bricks. Oh, here's some Amazon packaging. I should probably put this with the other Amazon packaging. So, glass brick. And then here's what I've been working on most recently. So you remember the Homestead here. It's on low right now, and we'll crank that up. Okay, so what else is down here? So that's I'm spinning that down. I think it's spin down. So a bunch of things have changed. I got my Philips LED spotlights. So these are finally spotlights in the first 5 of these. So the way it's done, these 2 are still floods, and then the rest of these are spots. And I started that because I wanted a spotlight on the piano and a spotlight on the organ, and the floods just weren't cutting it. And then I looked cooler to do the rest of the spots. I might have done them all spots if I could, but the way this works out, so I'm going to use my LED dimmer here and dim them all the way. Oh, they were almost all the way. When I dim them all the way, these 2 are still on pretty bright. These dim lower. So if I turn all the accent lights off and stuff, you basically have no light over here, but you still have light when you first come down the stairs, which is a very practical solution. These dim warmer than any LEDs that I've seen. I'm very pleased with how they dim. They actually kind of look like incandescents at lower levels, which most LEDs don't. And so, even if I go all the way bright, it still looks really nice in here. Very pleased with all the spotlights, and that's just turned out well. So then there's all my accent lights as well. I'll turn these back down to kind of where I had them. I moved the chrome top in the Casablanca ceiling fixture to here. This is just a filament LED 40 watt in the Casablanca shade desk fixture here. Not really fixture, lamp. There's my I just moved the that accent light there. It's going to bother me a little bit that there's one over there and then not a symmetrical one over there, but I'll get over it. There's another little accent light with a flicker flame in it there. I put another one of those Philips bulbs in here just for continuity's sake, because there were 6 of them, so that's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and then another 2, and you get the idea. So this has got like a 25 watt equivalent LED filament in there. There's the other chrome top. I toyed with the idea of putting a chrome top in that one, but I don't think that's leave well enough alone at this point. There's my real retro fixture there, and I have a replacement shade for the bottom, and I just haven't gotten around to swapping out. It's in the living room. I just need to remember to bring it down. So let's get the remote on the Sonnet-Air. Whoops, that's the light. Let me show you that brightens all the way up. High. Sonnet-Air is a killer air mover. I gotta get some stuff on the walls, especially down here. Okay, we'll just spin down. Just waiting to see what Nia wants to do as far as the living room is concerned, because in our old place we had all the music stuff on the wall. Well, most of it. I had some music stuff on the walls in the second bedroom / office / whatever we called it. But for the most part, most of the music stuff was on the walls in the living room. So I'm waiting to see if she wants to hang that stuff in the living room. Because some of it's just, there's 2 music pictures that are just sort of positioned in the living room right now. So that will, waiting to see that. And then based on that, I'll determine what to hang down here. And a manual suggestion, I ordered a Stevie Wonder poster to have framed. Nia loves Stevie Wonder the way I love Prince. I love Stevie Wonder too. Like, if there was no Prince, I would love Stevie Wonder the way I love Prince. And he's a good close second. Yeah, that's Nia's favorite is Stevie. So I already got my Prince clock, so I got a big Stevie Wonder poster that I'm going to frame and hang down here. And then her third favorite, or I guess second, I don't know how the ranking goes. Nia's three favorite artists would be Stevie Wonder, David Bowie, and Wu-Tang Clan. And David Bowie maybe, you know, might be tied with Prince, and Wu-Tang might be tied with Outkast. Just depending on how she's feeling. And then, like, James Taylor, she's Steely Dan. She's got such an eclectic... Her music tastes are way more diverse than mine. Anyhow, so my dad got her a big David Bowie poster for Christmas. And so I'm going to frame that and hang that down here. And then the Stevie poster. And I just get tired of looking at these bare walls. But we'll see, you know. Honestly, that's like the last priority when it comes to getting stuff unpacked and put in place, you know. The lights and stuff had to come first because you need to be able to see. And then after that, it's like getting stuff unpacked and out of here. Clothes and shoes and plates and, you know. I got all my stuff sorted down here. It's just a matter of figuring out where it's going to go. I think I'm good on my clothes arrangements, actually. I gotta find something. These are $200 to $300 pairs of jeans that I got when I was touring that are too small for me, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them because I hate to just like give to the thrift store jeans that they've never been worn, and they're like real high end designer jeans. But yeah, stuff like that. All that, like, my clothes are otherwise put away. I'll show you some of my mess. I don't mind. Box of electronics. The under there is paperwork. This is like knickknacks and stuff. I think this is more electronics. And then that's pretty much it. So I just got to figure out where to put that stuff. I got this shelf. I got this shelf. I got this empty ottoman. I got these two empty ottomans. And so I just got to sort through all that stuff. And then I'm pretty much done with... I'm pretty much done. Then I got to go through... This is all my studio stuff. So I gotta go and empty this out and set it up over here. Gotta get my preamps and my interfaces and everything. And that's pretty much it, honestly. That's like, you know, what I have to do for unpacking other than the garage. The garage is my big nightmare. This is taking a long time to spin down. And I can't do a whole lot with the garage right now because there's a lot of other stuff in the way. There's a lot of tubs of makeup and other stuff out there that are Nia's, kitchen supplies and stuff, you know, stuff that are both of ours, but only she would know where they go. And so I can't get to my stuff until I can bring those inside. I don't want to bring those inside until she's finished with the ones that are already inside. And she's, you know, working on it as best she can, but she's got to work, and she's got her YouTube channel and other things. And, you know, I still am partially taken off work. I took off everything except my church jobs and Fanimation work when we started moving, just so I could focus some time on that. And she didn't have that luxury. She took off a week, and that's all she could do. So let's take this to high. I don't know why this one's in reverse and the rest aren't. So these lamps are now on the learning remote. That's their dimmest setting. There's the uplights with more of the Kichler LEDs. Bring the lamps all the way up. And back down. Spin down. I had a reason for putting this in reverse. I can't tell you what it is. I guess I should turn it back if I can't remember the reason. So yeah, I'm very pleased with how this room turned out. I'm very pleased with so I'm wondering, this is almost the same size as the living room. It seems smaller. It's a big room. Really excited to have, like, we each have our own space, you know. I don't think either of us have had that before, at least living together. You know, she's got her full-on beauty room. She can, you know, it's entire. I have no. Why did it not want to start on low? What? Maybe I was just doing something wrong. Well, there's low. Yeah, and I've got a full-on music room. So, I mean, granted, we'll still spend most of our time in the living room and the bedroom and the kitchen, but it's just nice to have that space where you can do your thing, you know? You don't have to be, I mean, I'm still asking Nia, what do you like, what do you want? But I mean, this is all, like, my clothes are stored in here, my instruments are stored in here, and that's the purpose of this room. Her room has got her makeup and at least some of her clothes. I think the rest are in the bedroom. So the laundry room, can't forget about all the preheats and things in here. Flicker, 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 flicker. The CEC, I think this one came from Chandru. They both originally came from Chandru, and then one came, he traded it to somebody else, and that other person traded it to me. Skim down. The Stranger half pipe of the lot. I wonder what this would have had on the ends. It's not like any other half pipe that I've seen. Somebody had suggested I put an accent light in here, but this is not an accent light type of room. If I did put an accent light in here, it'd be another fluorescent. It'd be just a random fluorescent fixture accent light. So, when I can get to them, I got shelves in the garage I'm going to put in here. That'll be helpful. And, store some more things. Is it that fan making that noise or something else? Must be something else because the noise is still going. But I wonder what it'd be. There's not much over here. Okay. You know what? I almost forgot. I've almost never shown the Torrento on the videos. Let's see if it's too dark. It was probably light enough when we started for me to show it. Still haven't done anything out there. I have to go out there. I got my chairs for it. I got two greenish deck chairs. So, just got to figure out how to position them. So, preheat central station. Down low, yep. Hi, it's cold out here. So I'm going to go turn my space heater on because I said I was going to work out here later. And I have been mildly under the weather, or more than mild, ever really since starting the moving process, just because of stress and lack of sleep and working hard and all of that. So we will, I don't want to be just chilling out here in the cold. So a lot of people don't like this install, but I love it. I think some people think the Nutone is too low, and some people think the ring fan isn't cool enough. And I disagree with both of those statements. Only thing that I may do differently is drop the ring fan about 6 inches. I also can't tell you how much joy it gives me to have these half pipes hanging. I come out here and look, and it just looks like a place that I remember from my childhood that would have, you know, a couple rows of half pipes and some vintage fans. And it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Okay, by the way, here's some preheat industrial fixtures that we're going to loan to Metal Pete or Tommy. Here's a really weird accent light that I think I'm going to give to Jonas. Is that it? Oh, this cool antique lamp has a place for a ring fluorescent in it. So that's pretty cool. I paid a lot for it. Yeah, I intended to use it in the living room, but I won't need it in the living room. Yeah. So, I got metal shelves to line the walls in here. I just haven't had it. They're in those boxes over there. I just haven't had a chance to install them. I have to move some other stuff out of the way first. Like, this is the pile I was talking about. Here, a lot of these boxes, these tubs are Nia's stuff. The red and green ones are mine, but that's stuff that I'm keeping out here. That's just like clothes that don't fit and stuff that I'm giving away. This love seat I'm giving away. Just the person that's taking it hasn't come yet. There's that light again that Josh likes. There's some glass shades. Okay, well, it is cold out here. It has been a long enough video, so you've seen enough of these spin down. If you want to see the full spin down, you can see in other videos. But this has been a 30-minute video. That's a plenty long video. So, off. Oh, that's the fan. There we go. So, I'm very happy with all my progress. Now, if I can just get everything in here to be, like, clean and presentable, then I'll be even happier. Thanks for watching.